Do you ever wonder why search and destroy seems so hard to win in ranked play? You feel like they always know what you're doing and you cannot stop a plant while on defense. What if I told you search and destroy is actually a really easy game mode to learn, but you cannot play search and destroy effectively without a few of these tips? Be sure to stay tuned for the whole video so I can help you start dominating in search and destroy. Loadouts. TAC, VAZ, VEL, and the sniper. That's all you guys need. Don't go away from these guns, especially if you're new and a beginner to the game. You need to be using the best guns in the game to be able to beat people consistently in this game. Don't be switching up and doing some other weapons until you have mastered these four. The TAC is the best AR in the game. The VAZ and the VEL are very similar. However, I prefer the VAZ. Now, the VEL is just a little different. It gives you a little bit more movement speed, and I think sometimes that's nice to have in some close quarters like Embassy and some other maps like that, maybe Fortress. But the sniper as well, you need to master a sniper. I use the SPX 80. People will use the Signal 50 as well in ranked play, but I wouldn't get too gung-ho on using a sniper all the time. There are very limited times you'll be using a sniper in ranked play. Search and destroy, however, is one of them. I like to snipe sometimes to give myself an easy kill and be able to hold lines of sight for my teammates, especially if I know that I have teammates who can go out and get the kills that we need. Then I can play a bit more tactically and try and control the game a little bit better. All right, on offense. Offense is kind of hard sometimes in search and destroy, especially if you're not working off your teammates, because a lot of times your teammates will do something random and just die. And the hardest thing to remember is you always need a plan on offense. On defense as well, but offense especially, you need to have a plan. If you're playing football, you need to have a plan, or otherwise everyone's just running around doing nothing, right? So you need to be like, all right, I'm stunning this door, I'm gonna hold this line of sight, and then I'm gonna stun here, check, make sure there's nobody there, and I'm gonna push up on the site, get the bomb down. You know, you gotta have some type of like plan, or I'm gonna nade here, and then I'm gonna run here. Can you watch this line of sight for me? You know, kind of playing off your teammates and playing with your teammates. That's the hardest thing to come by in this game sometimes. So if you have teammates who are talking, try and communicate with them. Try and be nice. Maybe offer to hold a line of sight for them while they do something. So the next time that you're like, hey, I think I can hit this route, maybe they'll hold the line of sight for you. Let's say you're playing hotel and you want to push through P1 and you're like, hey, can you hold double arches for me? Or can you flash double arches so I know there's nobody there? While I flash towards reception and try to make sure that lobby area has nobody in there. You know, some small things like that. Maybe you can get aggressive and actually push up on somebody and make a play. So at first on offense, you really need to get map control. And map control is a major component of offense because you need to take over the bomb sites, because bomb sites are usually in a spot where the defense can get to them first. That's not necessarily first, but they have control of the area. Let's take hotel, for example. On the A bomb, they basically will control that whole B control area. You can't push out there without getting into a gunfight from probably couches, down mid, maybe top luggage or luggage area, and then bedroom. They're going to control that area from there because you are the ones that have to push up into there. Especially from double desk, you can get some good lines of sight, but you have to stay back there until you can get a kill or until you decide to venture out and maybe make that cross to bedroom or luggage area. And on offense, I like to either go with full aggression and really go all out and push the enemy and maybe try and get a kill, you know, slam somebody in their face really fast with a sub, or I like to do a default. And if you guys do not know what defaults are, you need to learn what a default is. A default is when you try and cover all lanes across the entire map. So let's say if we're playing hotel on offense, one guy's gonna go double desk area, one guy's gonna go mid, and one guy's gonna hit restaurant. And after you have all those lines of sight, you can have somebody else maybe fill in an extra line because there's already the three main areas already taken. Maybe this guy goes double arches instead of going through reception to mid. And what this is trying to feel out where players are, because especially on defense, you might be able to get an easy pick on somebody, and you're trying to catch somebody being a little over aggressive. And then eventually you'll try and make a play and try to hit a bomb site. So basically the goal is to get a pick, and once you get that pick, you have man advantage now, and you're gonna try pushing onto that site. Hopefully if there's somebody on that site, you get a trade, and trading is the biggest thing on offense, especially in all of ranked play, but offense especially on search and destroy. Trade kills. If you trade kills, that's the number one thing I see people that are not doing in lower ranks. Because when your guy dies and you don't push and try to get that kill, that guy's probably already weak. Otherwise, you already know where the guy's at, so you need to push him and get that kill as soon as you can. Hopefully your teammates are giving you some comms letting you know where the guy could be. But that's a major thing to do. Get picks, get trades, and this game mode gets a lot easier. Moving over to defense, Defense, I like to play it two different ways. I will play the beginning of defense a little bit different than the end of defense. At the beginning of defense, I will play and hold lines of sight. I'm not going to get aggressive. I'm not going to do anything out of the ordinary. I'm just going to say we're playing in hotel. I'm going to hit mid. I'm going to hold hot tub. I'm just going to be watching the double arches and the push from reception. And somebody else will maybe do the same thing from like top bed or maybe lower bed. And this is kind of like, that's the way I like to play off the rip. I don't like to do anything too crazy because then you get people dying really fast, especially on defense. Best thing you can do is stay alive because you're probably going to be in a 2v1 for the most part, or you're going to try and get one kill out of the situation. But it's a very, very small percent chance that you're gonna get 1v1s in defense because the team is probably, let's say you have two people on A on hotel, they're probably all four hitting A. They're probably not two people hitting B, two people hitting A. That's probably just not the way they are. Maybe someone's gonna be lurking around trying to hit a flank, but that's a bit different. You're still in a 3v1, a 3v2. You're gonna be outnumbered while on defense. So the goal is to get a 1v1 pick and then maybe back up and play your life. Playing your life is something most people don't do. They still get aggressive and then they end up dying. And now it's a 3v3 again because the other team traded their kill out, which is the biggest thing possible. And then seeing it from the other side, you're like, oh yeah, if I get that trade, it makes a lot of sense. Now the game's even again, and now we get the bomb plant off, and now everything flips around and defense turns into offense. Holding lines of sight and not getting too aggressive early on, but if you know somebody's doing something funky, like let's say I know that nobody's pushing through mid on hotel and I'm on defense, I will flash double arches and then I will have somebody else flash. I'll have somebody push like the left towards like the left side of P1 and flash into lobby area or reception, and if that doesn't hit anybody, I will fly through there and try to get the reception desk. And you hold reception desk, you can probably see the people on double desks, or they've already pushed through. Maybe one guy's holding flank on like a P2 area or on double desks. You gotta make sure you're paying attention and calling out people when you see them, so you guys can count players and be like, hey, there's 3 on A. One guy's probably lingering somewhere. He could be wrapping B right now. You know, all the stuff, things you gotta consider. The last thing I'm really gonna go over here is how to win more rounds, and these are the small tips that will make your rounds easier. Search and Destroy is a pretty tactical game mode. Let's say you're on defense and you're playing Embassy and you hit Xbox, you can hold that cross and you can let people who are going B know how many people have crossed to B. So you see 3 people cross B, guess what? One guy's in the building still. One guy could be wrapping around trucks on P2. You know, they could be almost anywhere on the map at that point inside the building. So now you guys know 3 people are there, one guy's here. All right, now your guy might deady and go all the way around the building, and now you have a flank on the guy. Stuff like that, it changes the way you play, because if you saw nobody cross, you probably would be laying down now Xbox saying, hey, nobody crossed. They're probably on me P2 somewhere, and maybe your guy B can push up, or he's watching, you know, top PD now, or maybe he's sniping back in their spawn still. You know, it changes the way that you guys are gonna play the round, and it will change the way your teammates play the round as well. Playing together, like in a 2v1, you never want to give the enemy a 2 1v1s. If you're in a 2v1, you want to be playing with each other, playing off each other, and making sure that if you guys challenge somebody, that you guys are doing it together and you're not going to line up or something and get 2-piece real quick, or that you're never doing a 1v1 and then letting the guy get another 1v1 off. This is something major, like in Valorant. Never let the guy get a 1v1 and a 1v1, because if you keep doing that, it's very easy to lose the round. Also, 2v1 sometimes the best thing to do, especially if you're on defense, make the guy plant. If you're on offense, then that guy is probably laying down, making you plant, because that's the smart thing to do. Always make the person plant the bomb, because that gives away their position completely. So now you go from he could be anywhere to, hey, he was just right here, we have an intel on him, and now we can make an educated guess on where he went after that, or you're gonna hear footsteps. If the other team has number advantage, you need to get 1v1s. This is basically backwards. You remember we were talking about 2v1s and don't giving the enemy team 1v1 and a 1v1. Now you want to get the 1v1. So when you're peeking corners, you don't want to be wide swinging every corner or running through corners. You want to be slow peeking corners, trying to basically get a really quick kill on somebody and get out and move to a different location. If it's a 1v2, you want to get that 1v1, and then if you have bomb, and you saw the other guy in the same spot, you rotate and get to the other side. Maybe you cut him off, maybe you plant the bomb and push towards him. There's a whole lot of different things you can do. And when you're in a 1v3 situation or a 1v4, or basically almost anytime you are outnumbered after you plant the bomb, this is something most people never do, is you need to get kills. You don't need to, defend the bomb. I mean, yeah, defending the bomb is the goal, but if you're in a 1v3 situation and you plant the bomb, guess what? They're probably coming at you. So you need to go get a kill real quick. If you get 1 kill, it slows them down. The 1v3, you're pretty confident you're gonna win the round, right? What if you are 1v3 bombs planted, or you have 3 people people and they have one, and then the guy gets a quick kill on you. What's the first thing you think? Oh crap, we can't throw this. You know, reverse engineer this. Next thing you know, you need to go out and get that kill now. So if you go get that kill real quick, it's probably gonna be an easy kill too, because these guys are probably hopping along all happy, 3v1. We just crapped on them. This is gonna be an easy kill, and boom, you hit him real quick. And then this guy's like, oh crap, he just swung that corner and he just cooked me real quick. Now the next people are gonna play it slow. They're gonna slow down. They're gonna try and peek their corners properly. And next thing you know, you have a really easy chance to win the round, because they're going to be peeking every corner a little differently, and it's going to change the tone of the round, especially if you can pick 2 of them off and make it a 1v1 real quick. That's how you change the entire pace of a game really fast. Last but not least for you guys today, throw your tacticals, especially in search. You have a flashbang for a reason. You can get information with the flashbangs and the grenades. Always have a grenade spot that you're going to throw. That's always a really good thing, is when if you know someone's on bomb or you know someone's here, hit them with the stun, hit them with a semtex or a frag grenade, whatever you're running, and make sure you're throwing these. Never leave them in your pocket at the end of the round, especially if you are going to lose the round. There's a lot of things you can do with these. You can try to find a player. You can also do this to slow somebody's push. You can try to get a kill with one if you know someone's tucked in the corner somewhere, or someone's back in back rock. Hey, I'm gonna chuck this nade at this guy and try and get a kill. All these things are something you can do to help better your chances of winning the round and giving your team information. Information is killer in search and destroy. So hope you guys have all enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. If you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, but I would really appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys.